So final video review for this week is for The Book Addict by Annette Mori. If you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, if you're on Facebook there is a link below all the videos, or if you're on YouTube there is a link in the description below, and this is the video review. So Annette Mori, she has this fantastic way of telling stories. It is marvellous. Like, no one can do it better than Annette does it, in getting the quirky and the different fun side of everything, and just it was so much fun, this book. So when I picked it up, I was expecting to have some bookworm, some absolute book geek, and her just to fall in love and have like the ultimate romance. That's what I thought was going to happen. And it was so much more than that. It was fantastic. Tanya, who is the main character, has a brilliant adventure, and I had a brilliant adventure with her. I just did. Annette's the only one who can get this quirky humour and deliver it in this exciting way, that she's just got imagination. It knows no bounds with Annette. Her imagination is fantastic. If you haven't encountered her imagination yet, pick up one of her books, because Annette's imagination, you need to be part of. You need to see it. Like, you need to feel it. You need to read it. You need to be a part of it. She is an absolute genius. She really is. So I've read a couple of her books and I have thoroughly enjoyed them, but The Book Addict was something else, I tell you. It was just fantastic. I started reading it and I read the first chapter, and Tanya's a kid in the first chapter, and she is the cutest little book geek ever. She is exactly what you imagine, but she is so cute, like unbelievably so. Like, I fell in love with her as a little kid, thought she was brilliant, and then it moves on to her later in life, and she's this book addict, and she meets Elle, who opens a bookstore in her town, a specialist bookstore that sort of focuses on lesbian and gay sort of books, which is what Tanya wants to read now she's discovered it. And she goes off to this little bookstore. She's really excited to go, and she gets so much more than she bargained for, a bit like me as a reader. And literally every second of the story was complete magic. I can't tell you too much of it without completely ruining it with spoilers, but there is one thing I'll say. Where can I get a book magician? I have a few things that I would like them to do to a few of the books I have. Like, oh my god, I really wish, like, book magicians, they're awesome. Everybody should get a book magician, totally. I'm so jealous that Tanya has one. I'm so jealous that she has that, you know. That's so unfair. I really want it too. And if you read The Book Addict, you will know what I mean. Like, as soon as you pick it up, especially if you love books, if you love reading your books and getting completely emotionally invested in them, which I do, unfortunately, more times than not. I get completely emotionally invested in my characters that I'm reading, you know, and that's good. That's a sign of a good author. Anyone that can do that is fantastic. And so Annette's basically taken that theory and just, her imagination has just run wild with it, and it's fantastic. Like, literally, if book magicians existed and you could do what they do in this book, like what happens for Tanya, wow, it would be any book geeks, like, oh, my dream. It's fantastic. So if you're a book geek and you love your books and you love your characters and you get way too emotionally invested, you need to read The Book Addict, because it will give you some fantastic ideas. It'll make you feel a tiny bit sad that you don't have a book magician, because I am, like, thoroughly disappointed. So, you know, if anybody knows where I can find a book magician, I'd really, 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 really love to know, because it would be fantastic. But I totally 100% believe in book magicians, and I'm going to find one, because I need them to do to my books what Elle does to Tanya's books for her. But minus some of the unfortunate dramas that have to happen for Tanya. It's so fun. Like, literally every second of the story was complete and pure magic. Lots of fun. And even when it was going through some quite dramatic and intense moments, all that humour was still present, and it just made it such a light, fun read. It was such an easy book to read, so easy to fall in love with, and Tanya's delightful. She's a beautiful character. Elle's funny as hell, and together, this brilliant adventure, this brilliant romance, this brilliant adventure that was so addictive. It was like addictive, like Tanya finds books addictive. And I just loved it. Every single second of it. I'm telling you right now, I was completely invested. I was enjoying myself way too much, thinking, you know, this is absolute heaven. It was just a brilliant concept for a book, a brilliant idea. Book magicians, that's all I'm going to say. They are fabulous. Read Annette's book, find out what they do. You will agree. You will agree. There's no doubt about it. You 100% agree. So if you're interested in the Book Addict, or if you haven't picked up a copy yet, and you should, I will put a link in the description so that you can get one. Because you need one. You need to read it. You really do. And if you have read The Book Addict by Annette Mori, I would really love to know what you thought of it, especially, you know, the book magician thing. Do you want one? Would you like to find one? Would you like them to do 2 books? What? They did 2 books for Tanya? That's, you know, it's one of those things. I want to talk about it. I want to discuss it. So any of you, if you have read The Book Addict by Annette Mori, tell me what you thought of the book magicians and that whole concept, because it's just amazing. It's totally blown my mind and I love it. If you are going to read The Book Addict, or if you're really interested in The Book Addict, which I hope you are, because it's really addictive, I hope you'll enjoy it. And I am so looking forward to reading the follow-up of The Book Witch, which I have, and I'm going to get it scheduled in for as soon as possible because I can't wait to be back with Tanya, find out what she's up to now. It'll be absolutely great. But like I say, I'll put a link in the description. Go grab a copy of the book. You know you want to, you really should. If you haven't, check out Annette's work because, like I say, her imagination is just fantastic. It knows no boundaries. If you haven't checked it out, you really are missing out, and you shouldn't be. And if you do pick up the book, I really hope you love it as much as I did. It was absolutely fantastic. Bye!